Dave, and that breaking news this morning, a house caught fire in Antioch on the 900 block of Risto Drive this morning. This is a live look at the scene. Firefighters have been here for over an hour now. Crews reported seeing heavy smoke when they arrived. And we have a crew gathering details for us. Don't know a whole lot. They were able to knock whatever was going on there. We did see earlier some smoke coming from the garage, but again, no flames visible from the outside at this point. And we'll update you as soon as we can. All right, let's go straight out this morning now to Matthew Torres. He has the latest on another pedestrian hit accident, the second one, Matthew, that you've covered just this morning.
Yeah, it's a very sad situation. That's what police are telling me. But let me step out of this frame for a second. We have an interesting vantage point of this accident. Again, it happened on Murfreesboro Road before Smith Springs. As you can tell, it's still very much an active situation. It happened just around 5:30. Police say the woman driving the SUV that you see on the right-hand lane was experiencing problems and broke down in the middle of the road. When she stepped out, she was struck by a car that you see parked in the median, traveling the same direction. Just to give an idea as how strong the impact was, it damaged the car's windshield and broke off the side mirror. The woman was unresponsive but alive whenever she was rushed to the hospital. At last check, she is now in critical condition, and is facing life-threatening injuries. The fatal team has been called in, but as you can tell, the outbound traffic has been reduced to one lane. Inbound traffic will be shut down during rush hour, just like what Dave said earlier. Police told us this was purely an accident. The driver said she did not see the woman, but again, a very sad situation, knowing that she is now in critical condition this morning. We'll be staying up to date with this story and provide it on air and online at newschannel5.com. For now, we are reporting live in South Nashville this morning. I'm Matthew Torres, News Channel 5 HD.
Matthew, thanks for updating that scene for us. And a woman is fighting for her life this morning after being hit by a car that she'd just gotten out of. Police tell us a man had just gone to pick up his girlfriend from a bar in South Nashville when they got into some kind of argument. That's when she apparently jumped out of the car on Haywood Lane and was run over. The road was blocked for several hours, but it is back open now. Police are still investigating. So far, no charges have been filed. It is day 3 of the Vanderbilt rape trial, and today's day 4. Yesterday, day 3. It took us inside Brandon Vandenberg's dorm room and what investigators found there. Today, forensic specialists testified they found towels in the room which smelled of urine and had bodily fluids on them. Investigators also testified they were actually at a bit of a disadvantage when they were processing the scene because it was 4 days after the alleged rape occurred. Legal analyst Nick Leonardo will join our own Nick Barris for Gavel to Gavel coverage. It gets started at 9 right here on News Channel 5 Plus after Morning Line and newschannel5.com. An accused cannibal will now spend the rest of his life behind bars. Yesterday, Gregory Hale pleaded guilty to the murder of Lisa Hyder. He's been sentenced to life without parole. The husband of the victim spoke about the outcome of the trial.
We got justice, we got peace for her a little bit, but we wanted more. We wanted eye for an eye, like the Bible says, but we can't have everything we want.
The murder happened last June and stunned the small community of Manchester. Investigators say Hale murdered Lisa Hyder the same day he met her. Hale asked a friend to help him dispose of Lisa's body, who later turned Hale into police. A Wilson County man is in jail after a sex trafficking investigation. TBI special agents have been watching Travis Stargell for 3 years now. In 2011, they found information that he had engaged in sexual activity with a minor. On Monday, a grand jury indicted him with 1 count of especially aggravated sexual exploitation of a minor. He was previously arrested in May on a charge of aggravated statutory rape for that same incident. A family is homeless this morning after a fire destroyed their home. Sky 5 HD was on the scene just as the fire was getting started, and it just demolished this log home on Old Charlotte Pike in Pegram. It took less than half an hour for the fire to consume the house. The homeowner, Tom Drennan, his daughter and mother-in-law were home at the time. Drennan says the fire started on the back deck and moved into the kitchen.
I tried to spray all that off, and it was too far. I mean, I already sprayed what I could spray of it, and then all of a sudden the fire started rushing in real hard.
They all made it out okay, but the family's dog did not make it out of the house. Investigators are looking into exactly how that fire started. 2 GoFundMe sites have been set up to help that family. And volunteer firefighters suddenly found themselves fighting a blaze at their own department. Happened at the Charleston Fire Department in Tipton County. The battery on the department's fire and rescue van shorted out, causing the van and all the medical equipment to burn inside. The department does have insurance, but most of the equipment had been bought by volunteers through fundraisers. There will be no emergency medical response in service until the rescue van can be replaced. And while some customers had to end their shopping a little early after a gas leak at a strip mall. It happened around 10 yesterday in Franklin, behind the Watson Glen Shopping Center along Royal Oaks Boulevard. Police say a contractor hit a gas line near a manhole, and the gas made its way into nearby businesses. About 50 people were evacuated. The leak was stopped and the line was repaired about 2 hours later. Well, today is a chance to stand with the Thin Blue Line. It's a community-wide event to show public support for the men and women of law enforcement. Organizers say everyone's invited and they'll have live music and special guests. It's happening at the Wilson County Fairgrounds at 6:30 tonight.